Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is my old mate Run Matchy HK from DPX Clan. As usual, I'll call him Matchy in this game. And he's fighting on Fiery Salient in encounter mode. It is Mighty Tiger 2. This is a heavy tank that I really enjoyed. I've long finished that grind, but tier 8, it's a very, very useful tank indeed. Maybe this isn't the best map for the Tiger 2, but Run Matchy HK is going to show us how to play Fiery Salient in the Mighty Tiger 2. It's tier 8 German heavy tank, as I mentioned. It's got pretty awesome armour and it's a pretty good tank to get to once you get over the disappointment of the Tiger at tier 7. Now obviously in encounter mode the aim is to either capture the white flag or kill all the enemy tanks, and unfortunately, as is often the norm on Fiery Salient, half the team sits up over here. It's an interesting place to go when the objective is on the other side of the railway lines. And look at the minimap. The only tanks that have gone anywhere near the objective is Run Matchy, his old mate Yamai 01 from DPX, who is platooned with, the Walker Bulldog, and that artillery, the FV304 Birdie, which ran almost all the way to the flag before running back and realising that he wasn't in a light tank. He needed to hide back a bit. Now the Jaffy's running around on the flag. I don't think he's going to last too long there. And Matchy's going up to the hill, where he can hopefully defend the flag if there's an enemy on there, like that Type 62. Or take out some of the enemies which are pushing the hill. Now Yami 01 in his IS-5 has taken out tier 6 Jag Panzer. Now of course, in encounter battle it does take a long time to capture the base, and if the enemy are on the base, then all you need to do is stick your toe on the circle and the timer will stop, which is what's just happened. And now Matchy's team are capping, but you can see it's 3 minutes for one tank to cap. It's a pretty long wait. Now I think he just bounced that SU-100. That's amazing. It doesn't bounce the IS though. Puts a very handy shot into the IS. The IS is sort of stuck out of position there. He's got Matchy as well as his mate Yamai shooting him, but the SU-141 kills Yamai. It's only a tier 7 artillery, but that'll do it at tier 8. And now Matchy's just letting the gun sing. He's got a 5100 up there. Is he going to go for it? I don't think he is. I think he's going to pull back in a minute. Look, he's got these camping TDs that are only at tier 6, but it's still free damage. And you'll see that Jackson, Saint Emile and SU-100 come into the game a little bit later. Now all those tanks that went down the 1-2 line, there's only 4 left. As the score would reflect, they're down 3-5, so they're down by 2 tanks. You might ask, why is Matchy not pushing so far? Well, he's on his own. He's got no backup whatsoever. He knows the 5100's up there. He doesn't know what else is up there. Gets a handy shot into the M46 Korean pattern. Now the 5100. 5100's going YOLO. He's seen Matchy. Maybe he's got XVM installed. He's going for a bit of XVN sniping. But he's gone straight for Matchy, or maybe he's worked out that Matchy's on his own. He thinks that his tank can tear him a new arsehole. But he's not doing too well, the 5100. He's bouncing a lot of his shots, copping a few shots from the sniping T-3485, and gets killed by the T-3485. Interesting situation here. The Matchy's down to 527 hit points here, so he can't afford to be too aggressive. But the other tier 8s, the Centurion was last spotted on the 1-2 line. He's probably the one that's out visioning those lower tier tank destroyers. TVP also at tier 8, last spotted in the middle of the map. And the MKR, of course, is down there near the cap circle, playing a bit of havoc with the Chaffee. So Matchy wants to get rid of some of these pesky tanks that are hanging around the cap. There's just a few too many tanks near the cap. That Chaffee keeps stopping the cap timer from going down. But that Chaffee's not going to last much longer. He's on, what's he on? He's on 28 hit points. Yeah, there's 3 capping. There's 50 seconds to go, but 50 seconds might sound like a long time, but it'll probably go down relatively quick. So they do need some resets. There's plenty of tanks there that are one-shots. It's an easy opportunity to take the AMX ELC down to a one-shot, but his shot just goes wide. There's that MKR. That's the one he wants to focus on. That's the only tier 8 tank that's near the cap circle. Get rid of that, and then it's only going to be tier 6s left, and maybe a tier 7. So Matchy's moving down towards the cap circle now. T-3485 does a great job getting rid of that M46 Korea pattern. So it only leaves tier 6s now. Those tanks that are capping are both tier 6s. So Matchy can use his armour and really bully these tanks to stop them capping. And they're all one-shots. Look at them. SU-100's on 60 hit points. Jackson gets taken out by the T-3485. And the SU-1... There's the SU-100. Bounces a shot into our mate Matchy. It's just the other SU-100 left. The scores are being clawed back. And now Matchy's side are up thanks to that last kill. Those tier 6 TDs, I don't know what they were thinking going for the cap circle. They're the most least armoured tanks in the battle. Of course, the IS-3. Is he low health? Is that why he's at the back? Because he's low health? No, he's at the back because he's a scrub. He's on absolute full health, and I'll be very interested to see what that IS-3 does at the end of the game. Now Matchy's picking for help here. He's only on 64 hit points. That last shot by artillery really hurt. It was the same artillery, I think, which killed his mate in the IS-5. Now Matchy's providing some vision here. The T-3485's no deal. He knows what he's doing. He'll be sniping from the hill. The Matchy's providing a bit of vision. Gets rid of the M12. But that IS-3 is finally starting to move as 3 tanks are heading for him. The Ferdinand, the Century, one of the TVP. Check tank. Now Artie gets very brave. Not brave enough. Picks up his 4th kill. You can see he's done nearly 5,000 damage here. And the last 3 enemy tanks are all spotted near that IS-3. Who is doing... Oh, I'm sure he's doing his best. Matchy's reloading premium ammunition. Every shot needs to count here. You can see the TVP's a one-shot on 118 health. Can't see the IS-3 yet. I've just zoomed out. I want to see how much health that IS-3's on. The IS-3's down to 283 health. And he dies by the Ferdinand. No idea how the IS-3 didn't spot those tanks that were trying to kill him. Maybe his eyes were closed. I don't know. Anyway, it's 12 versus 12. It's 3 versus 3 at the moment. With the scores 12 apiece. But the enemy have the firm advantage as far as I imagine hit points go, because Matchy's only on 64 hit points, which is a one-shot for any tank left. Okay, the TVP is not on a massive amount of hit points either. Very nice clutch shot over those railway lines by Matchy. The Ferdinand is closing in on that artillery. See the Ferdinand's definitely not a one shot there. It's going to take at least 2 shots to get rid of that Ferdy. Matchy's got his side, so he puts 334 damage into his side, but he gets spotted by the Centurion, and the Centurion is on 1100 hit points, so he needs to get that down. Very lucky bounce there. Centurion doesn't seem to know where to aim to hurt the Tiger 2, but he does. He gets shot by him. He gets killed by the Centurion in the end. And Brack Coffee in the T-34-85, it's all down to him now. You can see Matchy did over 6,000 damage. And there's only the Centurion left. The Centurion has 484 hit points. Brack Coffee's been caught out of position here. He wants to hope the artillery shell goes in. Fires a couple of shots, but they either miss or bounce. The T-34-85 is down to 48 hit points. Artillery's indicating that he's ready to fire, so you can see Brack Coffee is trying to light him for the artillery, puts a shot into him and it goes through, gets him down to 315 hit points. And now the Centurion's actually shooting at the buildings there, trying to knock the buildings over. Hardy shoots and just misses, but Brack Coffee puts a shell in. Is that going to be enough? This is the tightest finish I've seen for a long time. They're both one shots. 104 hit points versus 48. It doesn't matter. Both shells do more damage than that. He's given himself a bit of an angle there in the T-34-85. Oh, and the Centurion just charges straight through the house, and Brack Coffee didn't shoot quite fast. If he had a shot a tenth of a second earlier, he would have got a shot on to that Centurion. But we know the Centurion's on very low health. The M12, even though he's only tier 7, probably only needs to splash damage the Centurion to take him out of the game. Run Matchy is just expressing his disappointment in the chat. Geez, I've done over 6,000 damage. We don't want this to be a loss. This has got to be a win. 2 minutes 45 left on the clock. Now we're watching what Matchy can see while he was dead and flicking through the tanks. Uses a little bit of camouflage by sitting in the bush there. Turns around to aim, which will maybe get him lit. He knows he can take a shot, the M12, or he's about to know, because someone's about to tell him in the chat without giving too much away. Matchy gives him a bit of good advice there. You aim properly, because even if he shoots you once, you won't die. Now, I don't know if that M12's got 6 cents in that tank. I'd have no idea. But he's taking his time to aim. We know the Centurion's going to keep going. Centurion's aiming at him. So he straightens up, aims properly, and wins. What a great finish. Great job by Attack Now from VNC Clan as we look at the post-game battle results. Not a bad result at all. In the end, by Run Matchy HK from DPX Clan, it is Mighty Tiger 2. He's picked up an ace tanker, bruiser, fighter, fire for effect. Of course, the Confederate, which is to hit more enemy vehicles than any other player in your team, and it has to be at least 6. We'll have a look at all of those. I'm not even going to. There's too many to count. That's amazing. High caliber and the tank sniper medal, which at top tier in a Tiger 2. I even mentioned that to him in the message when he sent me this replay. But got to bear in mind he was low health for a lot of that game. As we look at the second page of the post-game battle results, unlucky not to get the top gun, but he picked up 6,375 damage for his 1,504 base experience. Fired 27 shots, 23 of those shots hit, and 22 did damage, and that gave him his 6,375 damage. You can see 2,616 was from a distance of more than 300 metres. That's why he got the tank sniper medal. But he also blocked a healthy 1,930 hit points with that big, strong German armour. As we look at the last page, a healthy profit, 30,000. Not bad for a non-premium tank. And he did fire a little bit of premium ammunition towards the end, just to confirm those last kills. A massive game by Run Matchy HK. Don't forget, Matchy does have his own YouTube channel as well, which I'll be putting in the video description. I'll put a link in there. An awesome game. Thanks very much, Matchy. I love the gameplay you do. It's also always very, very, very entertaining. I hope everyone else has enjoyed it as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.